Well, good morning, fellow creators. Ben here from Cinder Studios. As you can tell, I'm not in the studio yet because I wanted to show you guys something. So I thought this was really funny. So the last several vlogs I've recorded, and actually it's been a couple of weeks since I did one, since I had some other stuff in between. Hope you guys watched that stuff. It was really fun to make. But every time I've been recording, or the lead up to the recording or something like that, it's been snowing. And sure enough, it's snowing. Even though it's the middle of March. And last week it was 70 degrees and I was in shorts. Welcome to Pittsburgh. But I know not all of you guys are live in an area where it snows, so I figured it'd be a nice chance to show the couple of shots of how nice things look when snow sticks to them, because it's sort of like the good sticky stuff where that happens. So here's a quick little view of my neighborhood with everything coming down. Sorry neighbors, your houses are now on YouTube. You can see the snow just kind of sticking to everything. The salt trucks have been up and down my road pretty much all night, but you can tell it's still kind of blowing around and sticking on the road. Probably the most interesting thing on this side of the world would be the trees, specifically like the pine trees and stuff. The way everything just kind of hangs and sticks to that, especially the trees across the street on in my neighbor's front yard there. The way everything just kind of collects and sticks on all the branches. Looking out my side kitchen window, you guys can see a little bit more. I tend to use the top of my neighbor's house there to see kind of a better indication of how much snow has fallen. It looks like we're probably in the 5 to 6 inch range, up close, a little closer to 5 maybe, which is the high estimate of what they gave for how much snow we were going to get overnight. Which is, it's supposed to taper off around 10, I think. It's 7:30 now. But yeah, everything's hanging into those tree branches. It's so awesome looking. And people are like, oh, why do you live where it's so cold? It's like, it's moments and views like this where I get to see this kind of thing. And it's like, may not only happen a couple of times a year, but man, is it cool. All right, so I hope that's some interesting morning inspiration for all of you. I want to talk a little bit about what happened this week, because I got a funny story. Shoot, where did I put that? Oh, okay. So I was at work, and part of my job is to resupply certain things throughout the factory space, factory warehouse space. I was putting some stuff away, and I saw this little box, and I was like, "Ooh, this might be perfect for my pastels." Now, I've been keeping my my chalk pastels in this little glass box, or plastic box. It looks just clear. This is a box that my watch came in. I wear a watch around my belt loop. That's what this came in. This has sufficed really well since I've been slowly building up a set of pastels. But since that quick tip a couple weeks ago about sandpaper and pastels, I realized that I don't have enough colors to do more large-scale pieces. And I plan on doing, well, not necessarily large-scale, but just more pieces. I was like, well, I only have certain amounts. And the thing with soft pastels is you can do a little bit of blending, but generally you kind of just need more colors. It's unlike paint and unlike oil pastel, you can't really mix the colors in the same way that you do with paint. Again, works a little, not a ton. You tend to need to have a wider range of colors. So I was like, oh, I bet these would fit in this box. They didn't. Specifically the Rembrandt ones, they were like, I don't know, 2-3 millimeters at most, too long to fit in this box. And I was like, well, crap, it's still a nice box. I decided to put my, at least a couple of my homemade watercolors that I've been making in the past couple of years into this, rather than just kind of sitting out on my my shelf, because this I feel like is a little more condensed. And then the following day, actually this needs, well, what's in this box, I gotta preface this with this story. So So I was putting some stuff away, and still laugh thinking about this. Open up the larger of the box. There's a smaller box inside, and it looked like a sort of a it was just like a wrap of what felt like bubble wrap or packing material, something to act as a counterweight. I've seen stuff like this before in boxes. Sometimes when I was still working at the hospital, I got a lot of stuff in that had cold packs in it to keep everything chilled. Same thing if you buy anything fresh or those meal kits, that subscription service things. They pack all that in like dry ice and stuff. So that's what I was expecting this to be. But then I was like, well, it's got a sticker on it, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, is this a part that goes with the thing I just took out of the box? And so I opened the other box that was inside the box, and it was just like rolls of labels or something. And I was like, it's probably just packing material. But I was like, you know what? If I don't open it up and look at it, at least I have to know for sure. Wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't. So I open it up, and all I see is just like a label in it that says danger, and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, those little silica packets say danger on them. They're not, you know, at the very least it's sealed and thing, but it's like danger, do not eat this or something. So I dumped this stuff out onto my desk, and I got a series of labels, and then a big fistful of M&Ms and Reese's Pieces and Swedish Fish. And I was like, what? And I was like trying to figure out, and then I saw this sticker in there. There was one who was like, it was like danger, wear long sleeves while you're handling electric shock materials or something. And then there's this label, which says, it's got snowflakes on it. It says warning, and you are entering a politically incorrect zone. And I was like, what is going on? So it turns out that the company that makes these labels and other labels and labels that we got in does this. Every time they do an order, they put a fistful of candy in their packages and send it. I didn't know this, and I didn't know this until so I was showing everybody. I was like going to my coworkers. I'm like, hey Nate, come here a second. So I put everything back in the bag, rolled it back up, and I handed it to him. I said, this was in this box. What do you think it is? And he's like, and I'm like, I thought it was a counterweight for the thing in the box. And he's like, yeah, it's just like thing and packing material. I'm like, open it up. He opens it up, same deal. Reaches in, it's like, what the fuck? So and then the other guy I work with comes over. We wrap it back up and, hey Jay, come here.
Ralph, come here and smell this.
What do you think this is? So I wait. And I'm like, if you see the boss, send him my way, because I'm just going to do this to as many people as possible. Boss comes over and he's like, I'm like, if you see him, just tell him I wanted to see him. Don't say anything else. So boss comes over. I'm like, so I got this thing in a box that I for my put away, and he just smiles and goes, it's candy, isn't it? I'm like, you already knew? He goes, yeah, they do that all the time. I'm like, God. The other guy took 2 packs of M&Ms, and I kept 2 of the M&Ms, and I'm like, they were Reese's Pieces. I'm like, well, those are mine for sure. And then I had the labels, and I was like, this label would be really fun to throw up at work somewhere, just stick onto something. But I was like, I got a toolbox with stickers on it. This is mine. It's been a while since I pulled this out. I don't even know if I have room for it. I don't think I do. I have to find a spot, I suppose. So yeah, there's a lot of stickers on here from all over the place. Things I buy, certain things that over the years. My favorite still is guy at the gallery did the painting of this. It's fake Pokemon card, but it's COVID. I have this one that I made of my logo, but it's not really a logo. It's a printout with just like sticker paper over top of it. So I can probably cover that up, especially since I do want to make some Cinder Block Studio stickers for certain promotional things and, you name it. But I want to get that sticker up first. And I just realized I left a palette knife upstairs because I was doing some home DIY projects with it. So some time ago, I realized that hard molding paste actually makes a really good gap filler. It's an expensive gap filler, but I got my stuff on a discount, so I'm just going to peel this up. Oh yeah, that's wasn't even sticking there that well. Probably hit that with some cleaner, like rubbing alcohol. All-purpose studio cleaner. So yeah, if I'm traveling around and doing any kind of painting outside of the studio, everything goes in this box. And it started, I think, with the Liquitex one, which they sent to me when I bought, I think, the first batch of stuff from their website. It says, yes, that's rocket science in your spray can. And ever since then, it's just kind of been an ongoing thing. It's like, ooh, it's a sticker. I got to put this on my box. So I kind of angle this. That's a really high-quality sticker. Probably have to take it over the edges a little bit, but as long as the word warning is kind of mostly visible, I think I'll be all right. Like that, and like that. A little bit of overlap there and there, but that looks way better. This one isn't really a sticker. It's another one that's a made-up sticker. You can actually see it. The real thing is over. It's over my cabinet over there. I'm pointing at it, but I'm forgetting that the camera's different. Yeah, that. I scanned that in my computer and made a copy of it to downscale it. Yes, that, the COVID. This is another one that wasn't really a sticker. It was a tag. But this is historical now, since Nomad is Etcher now, so it's literally preserved. But yeah, so toolbox. So yeah, duplicates of some things, other new ones. Oh, the other one, the Cattywampus Brewing. It's I made that for my brother. That's his homebrew brand. They don't sell anything, but that's what they make. Also, frickin' Uline catalog. They send 2 of these every year. But when I throw one away, it's like, God, this is thick. It's too thick. That's what I get for buying envelopes from them once. Now I'm on their catalog mailing list, and they send me this giant catalog. Thursday I got the smaller box here, and then this actually probably would fit in. It does fit in here. That's how you know it's going to be fine. And I found this one, and I was like, shit, this one's perfect. It's a little bigger, a little wider. It'll fit the pastels, and it's bigger than what I've got, which means I can expand my pastel set. But what I want to do, because I don't know what happened to my other list, is I want to write down all of the colors that I do have. Because as you work with pastels, as some of you I'm sure know, the paper disappears. I used pretty much exclusively Blick and Rembrandt pastels. Just the ones I like. The Rembrandt's the ones I used in high school, so not a major difference, and they work really well, and I like them. I really have no reason to change outside of that. So, but again, so since I've been wanting to expand my set a little bit more, and I do have some box sets and stuff, but I really like the idea of buying them open stock, and I need to figure out what all these colors are, so when I am out of one, I don't go, crap, what the hell was it? What color was that? So I'm going to go through these, and I don't even know if I'm going to be painting today. I've got a lot of stuff to do that isn't painting, but it's important studio work. Might do some sketching, since I'm really behind on my weekly quota. I've a lot better than my last sketchbook. My last sketchbook is actually the first one I didn't finish in about 10 years. Wait, hold on. Shoot. 20 years? Almost, yeah, wow. Holy crap. Yeah, my last sketchbook is the only one I haven't finished in almost 20 years. That is crazy. All right, so I'm going to go through these colors. I'm going to write them on the top of the box, so they're always easy access. I thought about putting a little swatch of the color next to it, but that may end up being harder to do because I'll have to then hit it with fixative. which I could probably do. Okay, that takes care of that. I did end up doing a little color chart with all of them, and honestly, plenty of space in here, and I'm really glad I did this because there's a lot of these that I haven't really seen side by side like this, and pretty much since I bought them, or since I worked on a piece the last time. So this little color chart's actually gonna be really, really useful. There was one I switched up and thought was something else, but it wasn't, and actually I found out that a lot of them already had the paper ripped off, so I had to bring up a Blick color chart for their pastels, since those are the ones I seem to use a little more often. Or they're just, I think it's just that they're a little more crumbly, so they use up a little faster. So I'm feeling pretty good with that. This is going to need a hit of fixative for sure. So from here, what time is it? 8:30. I could probably do some kind of painting. I do want to go to the gallery today. I want to rotate out a bunch of artwork. Specifically, I want to give my art manager Valley of the Colossus, which has been sitting on my wall for about 6 or 8 months, and it's overdue to go down there. As much as I hate to part with it, I know it's going to sell pretty quick. Also, I may or may not drive up north a little bit. A friend of mine is at work today, but she's like, "Hey, I've got all these big wood panels, but I can't get them home because my car is too small, and my car might be too small too, because they're 48-inch wide sheets of plywood. So I have to first I got to measure my car to see if I can get them there, and afterward I might do that. So that could be a thing. I want to do that, but I also don't want to do that considering how high gas prices are right now. But maybe I can do it as a tax write-off because I'm traveling for my art. Okay, so I just recorded this whole little segment of me painting this, and was talking the whole time, and my mic wasn't on. Brilliant. So this is based on a sketch I did last December called Approach to the Alpha Site. Basically, it's a ship and a bubble city on the planet's surface, kind of in the trail of smoke kind of coming in as it loops in. I want to do at least a little painting this morning. Also some canvases in the corner that could probably use a layer of gesso, and if I do end up leaving the house, I may do that. So I do want to, as long as it's done snowing, I don't know if it is, it should be at least pretty close. So I should be able to shovel the driveway. I want to measure my trunk, and if everything checks out, I should be able to go up and pick up those plywood sheets. I think, worst case, I would like, can I just bring a couple of buckets in my circular saw and just slice it down so I can get it into my car? Run an extension cord from the store. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I definitely want to try to hear the salt truck backing up again. So they're definitely keeping the roads clear, which is good. So I think if I gesso a couple of canvases and then go outside, by the time I come back in, the canvases should be dry enough to at least shuffle to the side. really crooked. Unfortunately, it does not look like I'll be able to fit any of those in my car unless I cut them down. Also, yay, snow. Still coming down, but I know it is supposed to be tapering off soon. So I'm going to text my friend and see what's up with that. See if we can maybe work out something with cutting those down once I get up there. If not, I'm also probably not going to be able to tie it to the roof either. I was looking at the top of my car and I was like, my old one, which was the older model of what I have now, had sort of like top rails where you could actually put something. This is just sort of like a bow to it, and my antenna is also on the roof, and I don't have any way to tie the rope. Like even if I go all the way around the length of the car, I don't have any way. And even then, I don't think my dad has enough rope to do that. I can keep it from shifting side to side. If I hit a sudden stop or something, those boards are going to slide right off the top of the car. So I'm probably not going to be able to do that at all, which sucks. So let's see what my friend has to say. Maybe I can go up with a saw and slice them down when I get up there, but we're going to find out. Okay, so I'm still waiting to hear back from my friend. Kind of in a little bit of a lull for the late morning here. I'm actually not really feeling like working in the studio right now. I know that might seem kind of strange, but there's other projects in the back of my mind that actually, the art projects are in the back of my mind. I've got other projects sort of towards the front that I want to work on, and nearly all of those are upstairs in my office, so we're going to head up there. So for a long time I've been wanting to do more audio mixing and recording, and I've done some stuff here and there in the past year, but I've been working on doing some more upgrades over the past couple of years to be able to do more stuff and hopefully start putting more background music in my videos that is more my own, that I don't have to go and search for left and right. I used to do that more. I had this whole series of audio tracks you can find on my SoundCloud called the Tips and Beats series. Mostly 18 and 20 are the ones I use a lot, especially if I'm just in a quick section in the outro video these days. A lot of times I'm using those clips, or clips from those, I should say. But I do, to some degree, know how to play guitar.
Fuck this shit! I want to play guitar!
A couple of years ago, it was 2 Christmases ago. Just before Christmas, I got this little red box in the corner of my desk there, and that's an audio interface. It's what runs this microphone. It's also what allows me to work with this guy. If you're unfamiliar, this is called a pickup. A pickup essentially amplifies the resonant sound of the whole of the guitar. I have an amp plug that plugs into here and into that little red box, and allows me to directly record anything from here on my computer using the ambient sound, or rather the resonant sound. Sounds good. So the song that I've been playing with for a number of years. So a lot of people when they learn guitar will learn certain things. I strum. I'm not really good with notes. I basically cannot read music. I mean, I know the concept, I know where the notes are, but it would by the time I'm like 5 notes in and reading the music, somebody else would be like 3 pages past me. So I kind of just learned some chords and work with that, and I don't even know. There's like B and F I like never play because I'm bad at it, and I just, it hurts. Like there's the bar chords which I can't do because these strings in particular are really high off the frets. Like everyone else's guitars, the strings are like at least, I don't know, half a centimeter further down, and they're easier to play. But this guitar is actually a little harder to play. A lot of people learn like Smoke on the Water, Stairway to Heaven. Well, Stairway is a little harder, but at least the intro to it. I learned those. I don't remember them anymore. But the one I always really liked was Wild Thing from the Trogs. So it's the middle thing is. So, I love playing that because it's just really fun. And then some time ago, I jazzed it up and turned it into this. And that's always been fun. And then at some point I added a part, which is not even remotely like the other song, but it's a lot like other stuff I play, that goes like this. Go back. Shit, I lost track of where I was. But yeah, that's how that goes, and that's kind of what I want to do more of a recording for. I never put the capo on. Idiot! That was okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play something else. The only other one I really know off the top of my head anymore is Bad Moon Rising from Creedence Clearwater. God, nope. Also, taking the capo off. It's better. God, that hurts. Wow. Okay, my fingers officially hurt. I gotta stop. Okay, so I got the red clip, which is the Wild Thing variant, and the blue thing, which is Bad Moon Rising. So one thing I do really like to do with these is tossing on a little reverb just to hear what it just sounds better. Shoot, it might not need the reverb, or at least less of it. That's better. Turn the chorus off. There it is. Slap it on the muted strings. Oh wow, that did turn out really well. Alright, I do want to hear this now that I screwed up on it like 6 times. I felt like that was probably the most cohesive. About after the first bar, this sounded way better. I know what a bar is, I just can't. Yeah. Here. It's a serious equalizer, though. Yeah, that's where I screwed up. Actually, it's interesting. You can kind of hear my voice a little bit underneath that. Huh. Guess because it's echoing through the... Screwed up on the outro, too. Alright, that's enough of that. Okay, so it's been, I think, almost 2 hours since I texted my friend. Still have not heard anything back, so I'm going to venture to guess that that's probably not happening today, if at all now. So I do want to start gathering the art. I do want to take down the gallery. This one most notably. That one as well. I know I'm going to be rotating out for a few other ones, so at this point it's going to be take them off the walls, make sure they're in my inventory, make sure everything's priced out correctly, and sit them in a pile in the corner for me to grab on my way out the door. So as I was doing this, my friend finally got back to me. The general consensus is because it's a retail store on a weekend, they want to wait until later in the day, but it's perfectly fine for me to take a saw up there and slice some boards in half. So, gonna do that after dinner. So gallery stuff will be early this afternoon. I'll have a chunk of time to myself in the middle of the day, which is nice because I have other stuff to do around the house. And then afterward, I will go up there for the boards. Okay, so now it's actually almost 3? Yeah, it's almost 3 o'clock. Got some time to relax to myself, play some games, have some lunch. Heading with my work to the gallery now. I will check in with you guys then. Alright. I am back from the gallery. Sorry I didn't do any recording while I was there. Got a lot more art back than I thought. I didn't even know I didn't have. I didn't know I had that much stuff down there. One of the pieces that came back was the embellished canvas print from Kingdom of the Wind. So this, as soon as I get the online store and my website up and running, this is the first thing that's going up there. I also stopped at the local distillery and grabbed myself a bottle of limoncello and some aquavit, or possibly aquavit or aquavit. I'm not really sure how you say it. Really interesting, citrusy spirit of sorts. It's very odd stuff. Might have to review this on my blog. And I was on my way back still, and I realized, oh yeah, I gotta hit the hardware store. I hope it's still open, and it is. I was open for another half hour. I got some wall anchors for a project I'm working on upstairs, as well as some Drano because my bathroom sink is clogged. Yay! Alright, so pieces have all been rotated and rehung, and all of that stuff is done. It's 5 o'clock. I've got probably about a little over an hour to kill now. So I'm probably going to make dinner. I have to leave a little after 6. It's going to take me about 45 minutes to get up to the store where my friend works. So I want to be there at 7. Oh, it's gonna be I'm gonna sleep like a rock tonight. It's gonna be so damn tiring. This is the temporary workshop outside of an undisclosed retail location that I now have pallets for. Yay! So, my 2-hour trip turned into a 3-hour trip, thanks to a bit more snow. But, are we out of focus? No, it's just being weird. Or maybe we are, I can't tell. It's been a long day. Big long trip to get 3 big pallets, which I had to slice about 6 inches off or so, just to get into my trunk. There's also still bracing wood on the bottom of it, so I'll have to bash that off because they're all nailed in. And once I cut them down, I'll have some really kick-ass painting supports. That's why it's good to have artist friends, because they watch out for you and give you stuff like this. So, I'm now in and home, and put that pencil back, and I can finally call it a day. It has been, what a day this has been. The travel, I almost ran out of gas on the way home, snow picked up. I filled my tank with the current gas price. It cost me $59 to fill my tank. But I've got some projects together now for the next few days. That's right, I just did those canvases too, didn't I? Yeah, so it's the life of an artist. Not everything is brush to canvas time. Sometimes you drive around for 2 hours to get yourself some big painting supports, but they were free, so I mean, it's my friend getting back to me. So yeah, thanks guys for checking out this week's, I should get back to that, studio vlog. I'm going to pour myself a drink and relax before bed. Keep on creating, and I will see you guys next time. So, my little 2-hour excursion